So welcome to my class, and in this I'm starting with unit 2, which carries say 10 marks. Actually it's unit 1 and 2 13, but what we do is for introduction we keep it as 3, and for this part the unit 2 put it as 10 marks. So in this it is again collection of data, then organization of data and presentation of data. And for any economic study, it is so important to collect data, relevant data. If you don't have relevant data, you cannot make a study, you can't do research, or you can't come out with a good conclusion. So it's very interesting to know. It's the we in this today's topic that I'm going to take up is collection of data. So collection, how do you collect? It can be by primary sources, which means you're going yourself, or you throw it through your numerators, or in today's world we have what is surveys on, even WhatsApp surveys on, we have surveys given in what do you call it, say I also notice it's on YouTube, and then personal surveys that you can send by email and all of that. So that is how you collect information. Or even if you go and stay in a hotel, while you leave they'll give you a card in which yes, no, how is the service, this, that, etc. Or you go to a hospital, they'll give you that. So what is all this collecting information for their required idea that they want to float. So it's very interesting. Let me just tell you, I'm going to what are we actually going to do. Just have a look. So collection of data, we are going to first talk about primary and secondary data. We are going to talk about difference between primary and secondary data too, and then we'll talk about what are the methods of collecting primary data. In that, it's direct personal investigation, indirect oral investigation, information through correspondence, and all of that we will be doing. We will be talking about questionnaire, and then we'll be talking about secondary data, collection of secondary data. Then we'll talk about methods of collecting of data. It can be either census method of collecting or sample method of collecting data. Then and in sampling we have what is known as random sampling, non-random sampling, and of course we have to make room for some statistical errors too. Okay, so now again let me just show you that collection of data. We have what is known as you see, when you're collecting data, you can do it primarily yourself, or you can get it from the data which is already collected. So there are two types of sources of data collection, that is primary source and secondary source. So now statistical data is classified into these two categories as we've seen. Now what is primary data? These are collected by the investigator himself from the individual respondents directly for a specific statistical inquiry. So that is what it is. So they are what is known as first hand information, because they are collected by the investigator for the first time. So they are original in character. Data collected by field workers, investigators and enumerators are primary data. So for example, if you say population census in a country, ours is every 10 years. This year we're going to have a census, I'm sure, 2021. So let's see. So that is all primary data, which becomes the secondary data if, like for example, if I have to say so many women are working, or this is the occupation, where do I get the data from? Or this is the life expectancy. Well, that becomes, I've taken from the Census of India, so I quote and I say that is my secondary source of information. Then already collected data, if I'm using in my primary analysis, then that is the secondary data too. Now what is secondary data? Now I'm sure you will understand what is secondary data. So secondary data are those which are not collected by the investigator himself, but which have been obtained from the other persons or agency, and they are known as second hand data. Why? Because these data have already been collected by some other persons or agencies, and they are available in the form of published and unpublished reports. And investigators simply make use of the data collected by the others. For example, national account statistics published by the Central Statistical Organization, or the economic survey which is published by the Government of India, could be a secondary data for us if we are making a study on any economic problem, say unemployment or poverty in the country. So is it clear now? Secondary data, as I said, like for example, I want to know about a certain thing, or what is the birth rate or the death rate. So how do I do it? I am going to go and consult or take the data from the Census of India. From there I'll find out whatever I'm looking for. So now I'm sure you'll understand what is the basic difference between primary and secondary data. There's not really much difference, except it is of a degree. Data are primary to an individual or institute collecting them, while they are secondary in the hands of others. If I've collected data and you're going to make use of that data, suppose I've collected data of, say, advertisement, very important for industrial growth of India, and if you're going to use that study that I've made, then that in your hands becomes a secondary data. All right. So the main points of difference could be, like, say, the primary data are original, as they are collected by the investigator, and secondary data, they are not original because they make use of data which is collected by others. Now, second is, like, for example, what is the objective? The primary data that we have collected are for a specific objective, and secondary data have already been collected for some other purpose, but then we are going to use it according to the objective of our investigation. So we will see how suitable, we'll take the suitable part of it. All right. So then the cost of collection, you'll see there's a lot of money that is required for the collection of primary data. So it is costlier, even time. If you see the secondary data, since they are collected through other sources, so here both time and money are saved. So in a way, this is cheaper. So don't you see it's so interesting? Now, for example, now you can make small questions as define primary data, listen to what I've said, and you must have your books open to what is secondary data, an introduction, why do you think data is required, and all of that.